Hey everyone, it's Minx here. Hope you're doing well. This is a pretty important update video, so I'd really appreciate if you guys listened, and quite a lot to say. Really interested in your feedback on this, so please post comments and let me know what you think about what I'm about to talk about. And guess it's time to get started. First of all, I'd like to talk, I'd like to say thank you, to begin with, to those of you who've been watching my horror stuff. I've been starting to do a bit more horror videos. The views have been pretty fucking terrible, if I'm honest with you, but that's pretty much my fault. I used to do horror a lot. For those of you who don't know, it was like one of the main focuses of my channel. In fact, it was the only focus of this channel for a long time. And then I moved into multiplayer stuff, and a lot of new subscribers came in then, and a lot of you will be with me for the multiplayer. I totally understand that. If you haven't given my horror stuff a chance at all, please do. I think I'm a pretty good horror commentator. I was known for it for a long time, and I really enjoy doing them. I enjoy doing them probably more than every other type of video at the moment. I had a really good time recording Phobia and the Cursed Forest, and Estranged I recorded as well, which is really good. So you can expect videos of those soon. I'm not going to give up on them. I have to space them out more because there just isn't the audience for them at the moment, but I do intend to keep going and finish them all. And you will have more horror stuff in the future too. There's so many awesome horror games coming out this year. I really have to cover them. I'm really excited. So I will keep going on that front. But thank you very much, everyone who's commenting. There's some of the best comments I've ever seen on those videos too. Like, they genuinely make me smile. So thank you so much for your support. And on the subject of content for the channel, I want to move into more varied multiplayer as well. I'm getting a little tired of Gmod, if I'm honest with you. I do have fun with it still, and I do like certain modes still a lot. Like, I really enjoy murder, and I quite like prop hunt still. Depends on the map. I like to see some interesting props and things. So, and I do enjoy TTT. I just feel that I want to see some really special maps, you know, to really grab my attention. I'm going to keep doing it because I know a lot of you guys like it, and I do have fun playing with my friends, but I want to branch out and do some more varied multiplayer too. Nosgoth did really well. You guys seem to love that. Town of Salem's doing really well. I'd like to do some GoldenEye Source that just had the final version come out, I think, which is really exciting. So I'd like to cover some of that, and there's a bunch of interesting looking multiplayer games that I want to do more videos of, essentially. And on the subject of that, like, myself, and D-Live have been talking about, like, making our own sort of, like, group, as it were. Not just with us, other people as well. We've been talking about, like, making our own sort of collective as well, maybe having a hub channel, that kind of things. We haven't finalized anything yet, but I wanted to inform you guys. We've been discussing it, and it's because a lot of you guys have suggested that in the past, and D-Live and myself obviously work together, like, all the time. So, you know, it made sense. We had a lot of chat, start putting our heads together on that. So stay tuned. It won't just include us three. So stay tuned. Now, I wanted to move on to something that's a bit of a touchy subject, I guess, but I'm going to move on to it. Facecam. A lot of you and you. There's been a ton of you since I last addressed this, like 100,000, 200,000 more of you than last time. I get a lot of requests for Facecam, especially on the horror stuff. I understand why. It's the norm. I am not comfortable with doing Facecam. You might ask, why, Minx? Why aren't you comfortable doing it? There are multiple reasons. Number one, I just don't have much self-confidence. I really don't. I know it sounds probably hard to believe considering I come across as probably pretty confident in my videos and stuff, but in real life, my self-confidence is, like, really fucking low. Like, you wouldn't believe how low my self-confidence is. So that's one thing. I just don't want... I'm gonna get shit for having a face cam, whatever happened. No matter how I look, people always give me shit for a face cam. And my self-esteem is low enough as it is without having random people on the internet be cunts, basically. So that's reason one. May not be a good reason to some of you, because I'm sure most of you would be really nice and say, "Oh, you're beautiful, Minx," and stuff. But I'm just not comfortable with it at all. Number two, like I said before, I'm a fairly antisocial person. Like, I really am. And I'm not sure how well I would deal with fans coming up to me on the street on a large scale. I've had it happen a few times and I've been fine with it. But, like, if it happened, like at a convention, for example, I intend to go to some cons this year. If a bunch of people were around me, I'm not sure how I would deal with that, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure if I'd be happy with that. And it's nothing... against you guys. I know people would only have the best intentions and stuff. I'm quite quiet and antisocial in real life, and I guess I just wouldn't feel happy with that, you know? Just wouldn't feel comfortable. But that does also bring up another subject I want to cover. I want to cover vlogs. I'm thinking about doing like a weekly vlog of my life, not with me in it, obviously, like I just said, but like the places around me, places I go. I live in quite an interesting area of the UK, and I'd like to like take you with me on some of my adventures, and I think it might be a fun weekly thing to do. And it would let you engage with me a bit more on a personal level without me feeling uncomfortable, basically. And I think that's quite an important thing. I think because obviously I don't have the facial recognition a lot of YouTubers have, I feel engaging you on a more personal level probably is important. And I'm going to start doing that, I think. Let me know what you think of that. But I think that's a pretty good idea. I'd like to start doing some vlogs, and I'm moving house and stuff soon, so maybe that's something I can share with you a bit. I'm not going to show you the front of my house or where I live exactly, but inside the house and stuff I can show you. And, you know, maybe a bit of house hunting and stuff as well might be fun. So yeah, that is one thing I'm considering. I think it might be fun. Like maybe a weekend, I do a weekend vlog or something like that. I think when Chrism's here as well, we'll probably do a ton more of those. Like that could be something we do fairly regularly while she's visiting. What else? Collabs. Just one thing I wanted to touch on collabs. A lot of you always say like, oh, why don't you play this game with this person and things like that. A lot. I get a lot of comments like that, and they're fair enough. I understand why people say them. I will say that it's really hard to organize collabs, especially with other big channels. Like, people have different recording times, people have completely different time zones. People just don't always want to do multiplayer. People have a much more single player focus on their channels, for example. And, you know, I just wanted to say that there are some, hopefully I'll work with people I've worked with in the past again, at various points in the future, but it is hard to organize things, especially when there's lots of stuff going on in my life and other people's lives and things like that. A lot of you have been asking me, hey, why are you not doing videos with this person anymore? Are you not friends? Not at all. There's nothing like that at all. I'm still good friends with everyone I have ever worked with. I just, there's been busyness in people's lives, and it makes it hard to organize stuff. That is literally all. And I wanted to touch on that because some of you seem to be genuinely concerned, and you really don't have to worry about that at all. So yeah, what to expect from the channel. More multiplayer stuff. I want to do some more silly games as well. I want to like look at some really stupid games. I think you guys would enjoy that. So some more stupid single player games. I'm going to be doing more horror, whatever happens, regardless of the views. And vlogs. Those 4 things. Channel direction. Moving forward. Hope you like this little video, guys. I really would appreciate your feedback. And bye for now, I guess. See you really soon.